You still check the door sometimes, don't you? That tiny pause before you grab your keys. That glance down, like maybe I'll be sitting there again, tail thumping, eyes locked on you. I used to know every sound in that house. The creak in the floor before you walked in. The rattle of your jacket. The way your voice changed when you were tired or sad or pretending you weren't either. I still remember it all. And I still feel it. I know I'm gone, but some part of me stayed behind. In the corner where my bed used to be. In the quiet mornings when you sip your coffee and stare out the window longer than you used to. In the way you sometimes talk out loud even though no one's around. That's me, not a ghost, not a dream, just love that didn't leave when I did. You were my whole world. And even now, I'm still yours. You didn't plan to take me home that day. You were just looking. That's what you told yourself. Just stretching your legs, just visiting the shelter. But then our eyes met. I didn't bark. I didn't jump. I just stared at you, quiet, still, waiting. And for a second, you looked like someone who hadn't been seen in a while. You asked the staff if you could hold me. Your hands were unsure. Your voice was soft. But when I leaned into your chest, you sighed. Like someone had finally dropped their armor. You took me home in the backseat of that old car. You kept checking the mirror. You even said, "We'll figure this out, okay?" We did more than figure it out. We built a life. Walks that lasted longer than we meant. Games with no rules. Laughs over chewed up socks. Silence that never felt awkward, only full. You didn't just save me. You let me in. And in return, I made it my job to love you the way no one else could. Every minute since that day, I knew I belonged to you. You always said I had a way of sensing things. I could hear your sadness before you spoke. I could feel your worry through the soles of your shoes. I didn't need words, I just watched your eyes. Like that night when everything fell apart. You came home in the rain, soaked, silent, and slower than usual. You sat on the kitchen floor, coat still on, staring at the fridge like it held answers. I padded over, lay down without a sound, and rested my head on your knee. You didn't tell me what happened. You didn't have to. You just whispered, "Stay." So I did. Through the tears, through the silence, through the way your hands shook when they touched my fur. Like even comfort was heavy that night. And then there was the morning I chewed up your acceptance letter. You had worked so hard for it. The paper was torn beyond recognition. And you were furious. You yelled. You cried. You almost gave up on the whole thing. But then you saw me, with my ears down, tail tucked, and eyes full of guilt. You laughed. It broke something open. You sat beside me on the floor and said, "Well, I guess we're going together." And we did. We moved cities, braved winters, learned new streets. I waited at your door every day like clockwork. You played fetch like the world depended on it. And on weekends, when the world was too loud, we did nothing together. You'd read, I'd sleep at your feet. Just two souls resting in the quiet kind of love. It wasn't just the big things that built us. It was the small ones, too. The way you always poured a little milk in your cereal bowl for me. The way I'd press against your leg during storms. The way we both hated goodbyes. We didn't need to explain it. We just knew. We belonged to each other. I know you still reach for me. You don't mean to, but your body remembers. Your hand still drops a little food by accident and pauses, waiting for me to snatch it up. You still leave the door cracked, just wide enough for a tail to slip through. Some mornings, you call out, "Let's go," without thinking. Then the silence hits, sharp and sudden, and you just stand there, holding the leash, staring at nothing. But I'm there. I'm in the gap between your steps. In the pause before you open the front door. When your eyes scan the porch out of habit. I'm in the empty space beside your bed, the one you never filled. I see the way you sit on the couch at night, cup of tea in hand, and glance toward the rug. That was my spot. You still look for me there. You whisper my name sometimes. You tell the air that you miss me. And I hear you, because love like this doesn't vanish. It lingers. In the floorboards, in the couch cushions, in the weathered tennis ball you couldn't bring yourself to throw away. Even now, you check the backseat before you drive. You still say, "Be right back," when you lock the door. I hear it, I feel it, and in some way, I answer. You didn't lose me, you just can't see me right now. But I walk with you. Every step, every day, just like I always did. You gave me the perfect life. If I could do it all over again, I'd still choose you. Every walk, every car ride, every lazy afternoon with your hand resting on my back. It wasn't perfect, but it was ours. And to me, that made it everything. I had soft beds and sunny windows. I had muddy parks and winter mornings where we raced to see who'd slip first. But more than that, I had you. You celebrated my birthdays like they mattered. You bought me silly hats I hated, but I wore them for you. You filled my life with voices, laughter, and that look you gave me when I did absolutely nothing but sit there, and somehow it was enough. And when I got older, you stayed. You didn't push me to be the dog I used to be. You just adjusted. You walked slower. You carried me up the stairs when I couldn't make it. You noticed when the pain crept in and never let me face it alone. I know it broke your heart to watch me fade. But you never let it show. Not fully, even on the last day. When your hands trembled and your eyes begged for more time, you were brave for me. You whispered, "Thank you," but it's me who should have said it first. Thank you, for every moment. For every belly rub. For every night you curled around me like I was more than just a pet. I wasn't just a dog. I was your family. And because of you, I had the best life any soul could ask for. I don't know where souls go when the body lets go. I don't know if it's a meadow, a sky, or something we can't name. But if love has a scent, I'll find it. If memory leaves a trail, I'll follow it. And if there's any place beyond this one where you and I can meet again, I'll be there, waiting, not in a rush, not worried, just like always, by the door. With my ears perked, my tail still, and my heart wide open. You know I was always good at waiting. Waiting for your footsteps in the hallway. Waiting for the jingle of your keys. Waiting for you to say my name like it was the most beautiful sound in the world. I memorized everything about you. The way your voice dropped when you were tired. The way you hummed without knowing it. The way your eyes softened when you looked at me like I was the one good thing you didn't have to question. That's what I'll be listening for. And when your time comes, don't be afraid. You won't have to search. You won't need to call out. I'll know, the same way I always did. You'll take your first step across, wherever there is. And I'll be there already. Not old, not aching, not tired. I'll be the dog you remember. The one who ran without limping. The one who spun in circles at the sound of your laugh. The one who greeted you like the world had just begun again. And I'll run to you. Full speed, no hesitation. Like every second apart was just a pause before forever. You'll kneel down, I'll lean in, and for the first time in too long, we'll breathe together again. No pain, no clocks, no weight of time, just us, like it used to be, only better, because this time, nothing will pull us apart. No fences, no goodbyes, no fading days. Until then, I'll be here, in the wind that brushes your cheek on a still morning, in the flicker of the porch light you can't bring yourself to turn off. In the dream you wake from too soon, heart racing, eyes wet, but smiling. That's me, letting you know I'm close. That I remember everything, that I'm still waiting, because that's what love does when it's real. It waits. And you were worth waiting for in this life, and in whatever comes next. So go on, live fully, laugh loudly, hold someone's hand without letting the fear of loss stop you. You already knew how to love deeply, because you loved me. And that love never stopped. If you're still grieving, so am I. That space in your chest where my name still lives. I feel it too, not as pain anymore, but as proof that what we had was real. Some bonds don't fade, they don't break, they just grow invisible. So keep talking to me. Keep smiling when you see a yellow dog dash by. Keep loving like you did with me, fully. Freely, without holding back. And when you miss me most, look for the little signs. The flicker in the corner of your eye. The feather, the breeze, the dream that felt too real. That's me, saying, I'm still here. And one day, when your time comes, you'll hear that familiar sound again. Tail thumping, breath warm against your hand. Me, by your side. Like I never left. Until then, I'll keep waiting, right where you left me. At the edge of forever.